because then you're gonna fight scared.
Yeah.
Obviously, you see the things that, you know, you see, like, let's say, you take a look at a fighter and you say, okay, he has a good right hand, he has a good left hook, he has a good this, he has a good that. So we're gonna stay away from that. You know, we're gonna take that away from him. But when I go in the ring, I'm not scared, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna get in there, and when I get in there, I'm gonna hurt them. So it's not about being scared. You gotta take that out. Obviously, you're gonna take some punches, this and that, but I think the fighters should be way more scared of me being in there with them than them being in there with me.
You know, he's a great fighter, but you know, if he wants to stay in the cruiserweight division, why wouldn't we fight? You know, I believe I'm the best cruiserweight. You know, and I've proved it many times. So, you know, I'm ranked #1. Why wouldn't he want to fight? It is pretty frustrating, but you know, it is what it is. We sort of keep training and wait for these opportunities to come, man. They're obviously ducking. You know, I don't think it's you know, it's very obvious that they don't want to fight. You know, in my eyes, it's like, fuck, you want to keep getting better and you want to keep sort of leveling up and prove you're the best. But these guys see it other ways. You know, who knows what they're chasing? You know what I mean? Like, well, what's he proving?
Opetaia, you know, Opetaia is talking all this shit also. You know, I'm gonna give you a little secret. I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna tell you right now. Remember what I'm telling you right now. Remember what I'm telling you right now. I got proofs. You know, I've been talking to his manager. I've been trying to talk to him. They're not responding to phone calls.
The war of words just exploded as Jai Opetaia accuses David Benavidez of running from the very fight fans want to see. Taking aim at Benavidez, Jai argued that facing Dimitri Bivol is the far easier route, insisting he keeps making excuses instead of stepping up to fight him.
Man, that fight's easy to make on our side. You know what I mean? I've been ready. I've been, you know, I'll just hear excuses and you know, fucking this and that, you know. Buzz, reach out. How bad do you want to fight? How bad do you want to be undisputed cruiserweight? That's an easy fight to make. Yeah. You know, there's all these little excuses and stuff, but it is what it is, man. I think he's going to take a different path, and I think he's going to take a smarter path, to be honest.
Opetaia continues pushing for the fight publicly, but Jose Benavidez Sr. claims Jai is telling a wrong story, revealing that his calls have gone unanswered.
Opetaia, you know, Opetaia is talking all this shit also. You know. I'm gonna give you a little secret. I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna tell you right now. Remember what I'm telling you right now. Remember what I'm telling you right now. I got proofs. You know, I've been talking to his manager. I've been trying to talk to him. They're not responding to phone calls. I sent Opetaia. Listen, I know you want to fight. Help me out. Get me to your manager. Let's talk about this fight. You know, give me here's my number. Tell your manager to call me. Let's make it happen.
According to Jose Benavidez Sr., Jai's team understands the danger Benavidez brings to the ring, and he believes that fear is why they are avoiding the fight.
You know, the thing is sometimes, you know, these fighters, they want to fight, but the managers and the team knows that he's not ready for David. So that's why they're not reaching up. And I'm going to show you, I got proofs. I'm going to tell you right now. You're only the first one that's hearing this right now. You know, I reach up to them. I called Dana White also. He's not responding. I got it. You know, I got proofs. You know, they're not responding. So what does that tell you?
Claiming he has proof that Jai's team is avoiding the fight, Jose Sr. dismissed Opetaia as an Instagram fighter who talks big but stays away from the Mexican monster.
You know, we want to make all these fights. You know, we want to fight Bivol, Beterbiev, Opetaia, the cruiserweight champion also. You know, that's on our list right now. You know, we're not saying that we're better than all these fighters, but David wants to test himself, and he wants to fight nothing but the best. They claim to be the best. What's going on? You know, they just talk, but they don't respond. And I got proof. So, you know, I don't know. They just want to look good on Instagram or on social media and all that, you know. But I'll tell you something. Everybody's scared of the Mexican monster right now. They just want to get a little bit of publicity. They want to do all that. And remember what I'm telling you. I never lied to you guys. I never lied to nobody. But I got proof.
Amid the heated exchanges, another twist emerged as Keyshawn Davis fueled speculation, hinting that a major name could already be lined up to face Benavidez at 196 pounds.
If it ain't Canelo.
It's somebody. It's definitely somebody. I forgot the dude's name, but it's definitely somebody on the table. I think it's a 196, right?
Yeah,
196 champion.
So he's
a
going
champion
for a
at
champion.
196. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
but I would love to see him fight Bivol or Beterbiev.
See,
Roy Jones said he need to skip all of them and go for Usyk right now.
I was thinking the same. I just asked one of my homeboys that I'm like, yo, how you think he'll fight with Usyk? Because Usyk, he's a small heavyweight.
Exactly.
Making his stance clear, Keyshawn Davis believes Benavidez should focus on fights with Dmitry Bivol or Artur Beterbiev rather than rushing toward Alexander Usyk. Reflecting on Roy Jones Jr.'s call for Benavidez to pursue the heavyweight champion, Davis questioned the urgency behind that idea. In his view, Benavidez still has major challenges waiting in his own division. At the same time, he admitted that if there is one fighter capable of doing what nobody else has managed against Benavidez, it could very well be Usyk.
You know
He
what
was
I
a
mean?
cruiserweight and all of that.
But at the same time, David just moved up to 196. But did Bud did it?
Was a dog.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm just saying, if one man can do it, I mean, shit, I can't put it past the next man.
Right, for sure,
You know
for
what I mean?
sure, for sure.
On the other hand, Roy Jones Jr. sparked a heated debate among Jai Opetaia fans after openly questioning whether the cruiserweight star has done enough to justify being viewed as Benavidez's next major challenge. Jones argued that Benavidez should capitalize on his momentum and chase the biggest opportunity available while it still exists. From his perspective, a move toward Alexander Usyk offers far greater rewards and carries more long-term value than staying behind to settle unfinished business against other contenders.
You go up and fight Usyk while you're hot, and it makes sense. You can always come back down and fight Opetaia if you want to. You understand? If you lost to Usyk, Opetaia fight still there. If you lose to Opetaia, Usyk fight gone. So be smart about this thing. Go take Usyk while the iron is hot. You beat Usyk, you don't know how to see Opetaia unless he want to come to heavyweight. Now he can go super middleweight, light heavyweight, cruiser heavy. Why would you play with a guy who's just as dangerous as Usyk, not as known as Usyk, not gonna bring you as much money as Usyk?
Blasting what he sees as the harsh reality of the situation, Jones described Opetaia as a fighter who simply has not reached the level required to outweigh a showdown with Usyk. According to him, Jai is neither as dangerous, as accomplished, nor as financially attractive as the heavyweight king. That is why Jones believes Benavidez should ignore the noise, skip the waiting line, and pursue the biggest challenge in boxing, insisting the opportunity to face Usyk is too valuable to pass up.
When you can just go straight to Usyk, that's kind of crazy. In a boxing ring with those 10-ounce gloves on, anything can happen. And that's my words to David Benavidez, because I know he listens to me, he looks up to me, he thinks a lot of me. I'm gonna tell him it's okay to say, no, Opetaia, you haven't proven yourself right now. I want somebody who's proven like I am. I want Usyk. That's what he should do, without a question.
Speaking on Roy Jones Jr.'s suggestion, Jose Benavidez Sr. revealed that immediately after David Benavidez's impressive victory over Gilberto Ramirez, he was open to pursuing a fight with Alexander Usyk. However, after carefully evaluating the situation, he believes the move would be too risky at this stage. According to Jose Sr., jumping straight to heavyweight means dealing with a significant size disadvantage. While he understands the excitement such a matchup would generate, he insists the timing is not right, though it remains a future goal.
Went up 25 pounds. Couldn't even be at 200, not even 199 or something, you know? So going up to heavyweight, that's a lot, bro, you know? Maybe like in another year or so, you know, we'll gain a little bit more weight or whatever, but that's the fight that David wants to make, you know? Because he wants to fight the dangerous fighters, you know? Usyk is one of the, that's like fighting somebody impossible, you know? So, but he's down, he wants to do it. And I just told him, let's wait a little bit more. But, you know, and Roy Jones, I think it's Roy Jones, said, hey, you got to do it now. You know, you got to do it now.
Taking the tension to another level, Jose Benavidez Sr. revealed that Dmitry Bivol's father has allegedly made bold claims, suggesting Bivol would stop Benavidez, which he called ridiculous. Jose Sr. insists they have never spoken badly about Bivol, yet now his team appears frustrated. He questioned why Bivol vacated his belt when talks for the fight were intensifying. According to Jose Sr., Benavidez does his talking in the ring, and Bivol's side must understand the challenge waiting ahead.
Come on, bro. You know, let's make those fights happen, you know? Now the father of Bivol is saying that, you know, he's going to shut David up and this and that. And why did you guys give the belt away? We've been trying to make that fight, you know? You just hand over the belt. We didn't want to get it like that, you know? So now, you know, we're coming for all those belts. So let's make that fight happen. If you're really serious about it and you're talking all this, you know, let's make it happen. We're not talking about Bivol. We just want to make those fights, you know? Now they're getting mad. Now they're saying this and that, you know? Let's make the fight happen, you know? Let's make it happen. Let's do it. You know, that's the fight that David wants also. Be bold, better beef, and Opetaia.
Addressing Jai Opetaia's claims that Benavidez is choosing easier routes through Dmitry Bivol or Artur Beterbiev, Jose Benavidez Sr. dismissed them as nothing more than excuses. He insists he has sent multiple messages to Opetaia and his team, yet received no response, accusing them of hiding behind excuses instead of engaging in real talks. Jose Sr. also brought Dana White into the discussion, revealing that even his messages have gone unanswered, adding further fuel to the ongoing frustration around the stalled negotiations.
Well, if you are to talk to him, ask him, will you reach out by Jose Benavidez Sr.? I have proofs, the dates are right there. You know, why have you responded? You know, not one message, not two messages. Where are you guys? Let's go, let's make it happen. It's been a while, you know, since right after the fight, you know, but you know, they're hiding. Like I said, you know, I'm not trying to come here and disrespect nobody. Dana White, I called you a couple of times also. I left you a text. I called you and please call me back. Let's make these fights happen, you know? They're not reaching back. You know, what do you guys want us to do, you know? At the end of the day, we want to fight those dangerous fighters, you know, like I said, you know.
As the debate escalates, Opetaia now claims Benavidez is the one avoiding the fight, while Jose Benavidez Sr. insists he has proof that Opetaia's team is the one ducking negotiations. Sports journalist Sean Zettel reflects on the growing confusion, breaking down the back and forth between both camps. He notes Opetaia has not faced many big names, but stresses he is not a fighter known for ducking, unlike Canelo. Zettel also highlights Bivol being stripped by the WBC and his year-long layoff to focus on a trilogy with Beterbiev.
I've agreed that he's never fought the best fighter in any given weight class, and I understand their argument that he's the common denominator here. At some point, it's not always somebody else's fault. I understand them saying that, but at the same time, it was Canelo who ducked Benavidez. And Bivol, the WBC was hasty to strip him last April. But ultimately, at the time, I remember, I was there, the narrative was he can't fight Benavidez because he's got to finish this trilogy with Artur Beterbiev.
Adding another layer to Jose Benavidez Sr.'s claims that Jai Opetaia's team is not responding, Sean Zettel reveals a new angle to the story. After posting about an interview with Jose Sr. regarding unanswered contact attempts, Zettel says he received another call from someone closely linked to boxing, though he did not name them. He also recalls that during the first Dmitry Bivol versus Artur Beterbiev fight in late 2024, Benavidez's father was approached for a potential deal but was unavailable at the time.
And, you know, I won't disclose who they were, but they wound up telling me, well, the reason why those parties didn't get back to Jose Benavidez Sr. is after a meeting fell through in late 2024 after the first Beterbiev-Bivol fight that Beterbiev won. They tried to put a deal together to get David the light heavyweight title fight, but were instructed by David that his father does not, who couldn't apparently, this is what they're saying, couldn't get David Benavidez on the phone that Sunday. And they say it was because Jose was saying David was on a flight, he couldn't talk right now.
The twist in the ongoing narrative becomes even more intriguing as Sean Zettel reveals further details from the calls he received. He explains that Jose Benavidez Sr. was reportedly exploring talks with Turki Alal Sheikh to arrange a potential fight for Benavidez at light heavyweight without PBC involvement. However, when these claims were later discussed with Benavidez Sr., the response appeared completely different. He insisted that PBC's involvement was necessary and suggested that without them, legal action would have already followed, adding more confusion to the situation.
Are saying the reason why it couldn't happen, Jose was originally wanting Turkey to cut PBC out. We're not that happy with them. We want to do this fight without them and let's put on the fight. Jose says, no, it's the opposite. I told them PBC has to be a part of the fight or we'll get sued. And he said Harrison Whitman was there, one of the attorneys who's now working with Zuffa. And Turkey went to Harrison. He goes, is that true? Will they get sued if they try to do this fight without PBC? And he said, yeah. And that's when Jose says the opportunity to fight for the light heavyweight title was rescinded. Because Jose said if we even tried to pull a move like that, we'd end up in court. like you see Oscar and Virgil Ortiz and everything.
In the middle of this unfolding narrative, the WBC has officially ordered cruiserweight champion Noel Mikhailian to defend his title against unified champion David Benavidez in a mandatory showdown. Sean Zettel also reveals that Jose Benavidez Sr. has already submitted a petition to the WBC seeking to make his son mandatory for Dmitry Bivol or Artur Beterbiev. The timing becomes even more interesting as Noel Mikhailian is the same fighter recently linked to Jai Opetaia, adding another twist to an already heated and complex situation.
So that brings us to, with Jose Benavidez Sr. perhaps, knowing this stuff, he's looking to petition the WBC, which he's done over the weekend, to get David a WBC cruiserweight title fight, because in Jose's words, their number 1 and 2 options are Bivol for the title and then Beterbiev if they can't get Bivol. But if they're fighting each other, then you move on to cruiserweight for the WBC belt. Now, people are saying that David Benavidez is ducking Jai Opetaia, but Jai Opetaia has had a fight lined up for a while with Noel Mikhailian. Remember, they took a picture at the inaugural Zuffa card, I believe, a face-off.
With mandatories stacking up and rival camps trading accusations, the boxing world is heating up like never before. From WBC orders to behind-the-scenes petitions and rising tension between champions, every move now carries massive consequences. Fans are left waiting to see who steps up and who backs away as these elite fighters circle each other. If these paths finally collide, the sport could witness one of its biggest shakeups in years. Share your thoughts, like, subscribe, and comment below what you think happens next.